Hey reseller friends, welcome to the latest edition of Seller's Corner, your go-to source for all things reselling. I'm Erynn from Vendoo, and today I'm sharing 10 products that I use for selling jewelry. But before I do, let me invite you to subscribe to our channel. We publish content all the time, and it's all related to Vendoo product tips, community updates, and information about how to scale and grow your resale business. I sell a ton of jewelry. It's one of my top sellers and one of my favorite things to sell. Over the years, I have collected many things that help me with the photography, prep, and listing process, and today I'm going to share all with you. I will link them below, and if you haven't seen the Reseller's Guide to Selling Jewelry, check out that video and blog article where I share the best places to sell jewelry, description tips, tips for authenticating, shipping, and more. My first must-have for selling jewelry is a jewelry polish, and not just any jewelry polish. You want one that's safe, trusted, effective, and won't ruin your jewelry. I highly recommend the Wyman Jewelry products polish. This has been around forever. This is a little container that has within it a little lift tray, and I'm going to use my real engagement ring and wedding band to show you how amazing this stuff is. A little bit tight there. So as you can see, my stone's a little bit dirty, and we're going to put it right in there for the remainder of this video, and at the end I'll show you what it looks like. I'm telling you, this stuff is amazing. I have used this on some vintage jewelry with cloudy stones to make it nice and clear. Whether it's costume jewelry or the finest, most delicate stones and metals, that is a must-have. My next must-have is a mini light box. So generally I don't use light boxes, I don't use a ton of fancy equipment, just some really great lighting. But if you've ever tried to photograph teeny tiny little jewelry, it's really hard with large lights, and natural light isn't always quite enough. So this solved all of my problems. This is a cute little portable mini light box. It has two LED strips which plug right in. It comes with various backgrounds, though I generally use white. And this creates the perfect, well-lit, shadowless area to photograph small items. 10 out of 10 recommend. They look entirely professional. The problem with jewelry is that it's really tough to photograph because you generally can't use background removal tools. If you photograph, a funky necklace, sometimes photo editors can't get between all the little nooks and crannies, so it can't tell what the subject is versus the background. So it's really tough to use like background removers. So you just have to get photos with a good background the first time, and this baby does it every time, and it was super inexpensive. The next two items that I use for photography, maybe for bigger things or long necklaces, is this photography pad and a coaster. That's just a coaster. This takes the most chic photos. It's a fairly decent size, so I also use it for handbags. It is matte, so it's anti-reflective. It's super durable, waterproof, can be cleaned, and this background makes it inconsistent, so you don't have to worry about like shadows and the perfect lighting, but it's also very chic. This background with this coaster and a pair of earrings on top, I use the matte side there, creates stunning, high quality professional images that I think allow me to make more on just costume kind of basic pieces. The next item that I also use for photography a lot for earrings are these cute little earring stands. These are super inexpensive, they're acrylic, they come in a couple different sizes for heights, and rather than having to lay down and perfectly manipulate like the hooks on earrings, you can hang them. Again, for flawless, professional, stunning photos. Because it's clear and acrylic, if you adjust the brightness, exposure, or contrast on your images, it does not affect it, it does not take away from the subject, and again, it's just a really flawless finish. The next few items are shipping supplies, and I keep my shipping supplies right here handy in my drawer. So first is for both storage and shipment. I have various size little bags, from teeny tiny ones all the way to large ones. And these are beautiful because they include a piece of fairly thick cardstock with holes, punctured holes, where you can hang earrings for storage and shipment. They also have the sleeves that go right on them. These are super inexpensive, especially when ordered in bulk, and very much worth it if you're selling a large amount of jewelry. They're more durable, professional, and affordable in some instances than just using a sandwich bag, and they're also recyclable. Similarly, I also have plain boxes that I order. I order them mostly in this size because everything can fit here, but I also have a smaller version for the super teeny tiny pieces. These are just to protect your items during shipment. This itself I put right in a poly mailer. They are very strong, very durable. They look super cute with my little business card on it with a sticker to ensure that all jewelry arrives safely. It's important with no matter what you sell to have packaging material on hand, and jewelry, of course, is specifically delicate. Next, I have some jewelry stands. These I purchased when a local department store was going out of business. They're very heavy duty, and they allow me to hang things that are awaiting being processed. So you certainly don't need that, you can hang them, but having a place where they're not banged against each other and become tangled is obviously super important. My best tip, and one of my favorite things, however, is my jewelry storage. I have several of these in my warehouse. These are hardware drawers. So what I've done is I've taken teeny tiny little numbers and I've assigned each one, so this has an A on the top. So I know, for example, in A4 that I have various pieces. So my SKU for these pieces, rather than being assigned a number, is simply being assigned the number of the drawer. If there is room in one, then I assign it. There's not too much rhyme or reason, but it keeps everything organized, especially because when you have so much jewelry, we have thousands of units, it becomes very overwhelming. So those storage drawers, which are actually just hardware drawers that you'd see at a hardware store for nails, screws, bolts, etc., are perfect for jewelry. And now let's check on my engagement ring. So I'm going to pull it right out of the solution. As you can see, there's a little dip tray here and the wedding band. It has this cute little scrubby brush, which will allow me to really brush the base. All of the gunk, it's probably hard to see, all of the finger gunk, if you will, the bacteria and germs that collect in there, is all at the surface. It has removed all of it, and that diamond is shinier than ever. So I'm gonna gently pat it dry. Probably shouldn't be using a paper towel. Should probably be using a microfiber. And you can see how amazing that polish came out. Super shiny there, probably hard to see. But this polish is one of the things I most highly recommend for all jewelry, for cleaning it and making it super shiny. So those are some of the items around my office. I also recommend a ring sizer, which unfortunately I was unable to locate prior to filming, so I'll need to find that. But it was the first time I listed a ring that I had thrifted that I realized that a buyer would need to know the size. So I have a long ring sizing device, and I actually photographed the rings right on that device to show the buyer the exact size of all rings. Do you sell jewelry? Please share any of your best tips and tricks below. Be sure to check out the Reseller's Guide to Jewelry, linked right in the caption. And I'll see you next time, reseller friends.